Does anybody here remember Napster? Yes, Napster. Yes, Napster from 2000, the share software where you could host and share multiple files across the internet publicly to anybody, and anybody could search it, find it, click it, download it, upload, whatever. Does anybody out there remember Love ROMs? Well, they should. They've only been a website up until recently, so we should remember Love ROMs. Well, what does Napster and Love ROMs have in common, and what does it have to do with Nintendo? Well, I'll let you guys know, so grab your popcorn, get your popcorn ready. It's gonna be a good one. Let's go ahead and get into it. The year is 2000. You get home, you boot up your PC, boot up Windows 2000 or Windows Millennium Edition, and you click on Napster. And what do? You start to download your favorite songs from your favorite bands or favorite artists that you love. Now, all of this is free at your fingertips. You just type in what you're looking for, you find the file, click download, and boom, within minutes, depending on your internet speed, you had the song ASAP. 2018, you go to loveroms.com or MU Paradise and you search for your favorite retro game. You have to search by console: Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, Nintendo Entertainment System, Sony PlayStation 1, Nintendo 64. It is all there at your fingertips. All you have to do is type in what you're looking for, and boom, you have it. Now, both of these scenarios are very similar. Yes, one involves music, the other involves video games. But there are a lot of similarities between the two. In the early 2000s, Napster was in a lawsuit with Metallica and other record labels over whether they had the right to share all these artists' property online the way they were doing. In 2018, Nintendo went after MU Paradise and Love ROMs because they did not have the rights to distribute Nintendo's personal property. Now, Napster ended up losing their lawsuit in the early 2000s to Metallica and the major labels, but that did not stop other sharing software from popping up, whether it was Kazaa, LimeWire, ShareBear, any website, whether it was BitTorrent or any other torrent sites, Pirate Bay. You can just go down the list of websites and sharing software where this did not end. Downloading music was still hurting the music industry, and it was still a phenomenon whenever I was younger. I remember, not to criminalize myself, but I downloaded multiple albums and multiple songs throughout high school. It's just what we did as kids. It wasn't until after high school, heck, even college, until we had certain services offer music streaming services such as Rhapsody, Spotify, Apple Music, heck, even Microsoft had Zune early on. But it wasn't until later when these services started to spring up. You pay a subscription of $9.99 a month or $7.99 a month or $12.99 a month or whatever, and you have all music at your fingertips that the artist provides to you. You just type in what you want, you click listen, and boom, you have all music at your fingertips. Fast forward to 2018, Nintendo sues Love ROMs. MU Paradise no longer has Nintendo property on their website, so you cannot get Nintendo ROMs from them, but there are still ROM sites out there, and there's still ways to share these ROMs back and forth for free. You can see where I'm heading with this, right? It is 2019. September 2018, Nintendo launched their Nintendo Switch online. Included in that, for $2.99 a month or $20 a year, included in that are classic Nintendo Entertainment System games. But that is it. There's no Super NES, there's no Nintendo 64, no GameCube, heck, no Wii games if you want to go that far. I think Nintendo could benefit greatly if they, as soon as possible, immediately, whatever, add all classic consoles to the Nintendo Switch online. And it doesn't have to just be part of the base Nintendo Switch online. You can offer it as a separate subscription service. Add all classic consoles: Nintendo Entertainment System, Super NES, Nintendo 64, GameCube. Those four. Start out with those four. And for whatever amount they set for the subscription service, you can maybe, I don't know, add 30 Nintendo Entertainment System games, 25 NES games, 20 64 games, and 10 GameCube games. Start there. And then for whatever set amount a month you want to do, you can start adding maybe, I don't know, 30 NES games, 25 Super NES games, 15 N64 games, 20 N64 games, and 10 to 15 GameCube games. And then every month, 3, 6 months, whatever you want to do, start to rotate the game library. It's that simple. Similar to what Xbox does with Game Pass, except for in the Game Pass for Xbox, these are newer, fresher games. This will just be for Nintendo's retro library. You don't even have to make it a separate subscription service. You could just raise the price of NSO if you have this there. I'd be glad to do that too. You know, there are multiple ways to do this. Just think about it. Nintendo seems to value and overvalue, might I add, their retro library. They always have. Whether it was the virtual console and making people buy them outright, you're suing people over ROMs. Yes, it's your personal property, but it's still retro game. This is one way to cut down on pirating on your retro library. I can tell you that right now. Me personally, if you just take your retro library like that and put it in a subscription service, I guarantee you most people, they won't take the effort. They won't go through the hard work to go to a website, click on a ROM, download it, download an emulator, put it on their PC, get a controller for that PC. You get where I'm going? They would probably just say, hey, I had to spend a controller for the PC. I had to get a PC. I had to spend my time downloading these ROMs. Or I can just pick this thing up right here. I can pick up a Switch, click on whatever the service is, whatever the app is, and boom, play those same games easy. $5, $10 a month. Think about it. And I'll go a step further, whether this is a crazy idea and probably won't ever happen because Nintendo is stingy, but I'll still go a step further. Just offer this to PC players as well. That'll really cut down on pirating if you just give PC players the option to get this app where they can have all these retro games. I feel like this is the best way for Nintendo to remedy the pirating situation with their retro library, and it's also a good service for their consumers. Nintendo, listen to me, you almost have to do this. This is just too good of an idea to pass up, at least to me. What do I know? I mean, what do I know? I'm just a lowly peasant. I'm a lowly YouTuber. I don't know anything. But what I do know is that me personally, and I know other people, if you offered this, I'm not even going to ROM websites. I'm not even going to even touch an emulator, not ever. I can almost promise you that. Let me know what you think in the comments about this. I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I just don't think right now, personally, Nintendo Switch Online is just... it's just not good. It's just not. I've given them until January 2019. I've given them 3-4 months before I've sort of reserved my opinion about it. And so far, it's just not good. Yes, we get these NES games and that's cool, but I haven't touched the NES games since they launched the thing. Let me just be honest with you on that. Honestly, I've just been playing Smash and waiting for Smash to come out, and that is the only saving grace as to why I'm still purchasing NSO today. So, Nintendo, please make this happen and let me know what you guys think in the comments. I appreciate all of y'all for stopping by to hear this idea or rant. I guess it's a rant. I don't know. But I appreciate y'all. Hit the like button, subscribe, Nicktendo Direct. I'll see you guys later.